I'm not playing with you hoes this year. We are the boys in motion. I'll be shaking the table. We are the definition of boy, we had a time last night. Excuse me? When you say your prayers tonight, keep me in mind. 200 on occasion. Okay. I'm here, I'm a content creator, but I'm an entertainer. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Shanice.alisha, and welcome to a sit down chit chat get ready with me. Long overdue. Okay, it's been a month of Sundays since I've been able to sit down, chat it up with you guys, and we got a lot of catching up to do. So today will be a life update, if you will. You guys took the diligence of asking me questions back in October or November when I put this little box up on Instagram, and yeah, I'm just now getting around to it. Why has it taken me so long? I was actually supposed to film this when I turned 31, and girl, we on the brink of 32. Like, what is happening? But anywho, we're not gonna drag out this intro any longer than what it has to be because we about to get into the juice. But if you guys have any questions about the products that I'm using in today's video, they will be linked, listed, and possibly tagged down below. I will reiterate that later on. But yeah, if you guys have any of those inquiries, please check the description box first. And if you have any more questions outside of anything that I answered here in the video, be sure to drop that down below in the comment section. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the video. You know, truthfully, how long it's taken me to sit down and actually film this chit chat is kind of crazy. I don't even want to talk about it because these questions are so old, and what made me realize that is the simple fact that I just saw a question. Somebody said, what's on your Christmas wish list? Girl, I ought to be shamed, but listen, nonetheless, we finna get into it. All of my brushes are dirty, y'all. So if y'all see me using some brushes that don't look like it's made for whatever product I'm applying, it's probably not, okay? I don't have no special hacks. I just have all of these random brushes that I don't use for things like foundation, concealer, blending out my eyebrows, so on and so forth. I'll probably use my eyebrow pencil today since we're in the struggle. But I figured since I had some good free time, it's an overcast outside, so the lighting is really, really good. Not too much sun coming in. This would be the best time to sit down and film a chit chat for you guys. And it's long overdue. Very much so. So don't pay too much attention as to the products that I'm using. I will have everything listed and linked down below. I may even use YouTube's feature to tag my products so that you guys can shop directly via the link, but Auntie ain't never used that before. So let's see how that goes. But yes, you guys, your girl is on her Zoom. We are getting into the content, finally mixing things up a bit, and I am so proud of me. If you guys follow me over on Instagram and a little bit of TikTok, then you would already know that. But yeah, I've been just trying to stay up on it, do the things that I know I need to do instead of complaining about the things that's not happening around me, just in terms of job-wise and, you know, just getting done on the back end in terms of brands reaching out, so on and so forth. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into the question that I got a lot, which is how I'm doing mentally. What's the mental update? How have things been since I've been 30? Girl, I'm turning 32 this year. I need to just really get my life together because I was supposed to film this chit chat for my birthday time frame last year. And here we are. So let's talk, you guys, because the mental has been a little heavy. I know you guys see me posting a lot, being more consistent. The vlogs are coming out, so you guys are seeing my day to day. But when I say it has been sort of a mental challenge, and how do I even want to explain this? Because what you guys are seeing is someone who loves their job. I genuinely love creating content, catching moments and vibes for you guys, just bringing you guys everything that I show on a weekly basis, right? But I'm also in a fight or flight type of mode right now because this is my job and ultimately I have to do it. Like, I have to do it. And Y'all know I went hard for Vlogmas, but y'all know I decided to take a month off from working. And it's always a double-edged sword, a catch-22 whenever you're in this field of creating content when you decide to not show up. Okay, so you kind of have to get yourself in the mindset that not showing up means you don't get paid. Not showing up means there's no traction, so you can't really pitch yourself to brands and screenshot your analytics and expect them to say, okay, yeah, you would be a great fit for said campaign or something that we're looking to do in the future, because it just doesn't work like that. It's all about what's happening now, at least 7 to 14 to 28 days. That's how usually the range goes in terms of pitching yourself to be hired by brands. So the fact that I was gone from December 27th, 28th, all up until the first week of February really put a little sting just on my income and productivity here on the channel. Like, it's almost like you have to build back up. You've been gone for so long, so your analytics are shot. Nothing is going on your channel, your page, your content isn't moving anywhere. Yeah, people can go back and watch reruns, so on and so forth, but it doesn't progress your analytics in any way. So once you hop back into the swing of things, you're starting all the way over from scratch. You kind of gotta get your numbers together and all of that. And yeah, numbers all equate down to money. And while I was grateful for a mental break, I also had to really put into perspective that I did not run my business last year. You guys know shanice.alisha had been on hiatus, and a big part of that was the simple fact that I could not lift my mixer. I could not hold my mixing bowls. I could barely do the everyday functions that I needed to do, because you guys remember I did have a car wreck last year that left me in a brace. While I could take it on and off, it wasn't recommended, and I wasn't really able to lift more than half a pound. Like, a water bottle was a strain for me. So you guys know I went through the physical and occupational therapy just to get my wrist back to full strength, and it's doing a lot better. Of course, you guys have, I'm sure, noticed that, but it took a toll on me. So not being able to run my business and have that good bit of income coming in the background, and then not posting on YouTube for a month, your girl went through it. Because you see, just as an entrepreneur, to be very transparent with you guys, a lot of money at one time and then a little bit of money at one time. So you can go from making a few bands, like $15,000-$20,000 in one month, and then turn around the next month and make $900, which is crazy to think, but it's the absolute reality of being in this business, and money management is a big deal. So thank God for money management and having an amazing husband and support system, but it just put me into a little bit of a mental funk, because I'm like, dang, while I'm sitting around here caring about my mental and just wanting to chill on having to be so present, I'm living in the moment and I'm enjoying myself, on the back end it kind of bites me in the butt, because I need to get back to it. So I'm kind of like, let's go. And yeah, it's been a lot mentally, but I feel like I'm feeling a whole lot better. Things are pretty much back to normal, and as you guys saw from one of the last weekly vlogs, I'm not sure which order this is going to come out in, your girl was able to get the brand shoe underway, and I am just awaiting photos and the visual back now so that we can go ahead and release a launch date, do some pre-orders, and get the body pantry up and running. That is the name of my business. If you guys have not caught up yet, it's formerly known as shanice.alisha. But moving right into that, I wanted to change the name of my business because I feel as though I have such a large media presence when it comes to YouTube, my daily life and activities, travel, fashion, beauty, lifestyle, just all of the things. I feel like a lot of the marketing and promotion and just things that I was doing for my business was going to begin getting jumbled up in just people seeing my day-to-day life. That's why I really went forward with hiring models and just creating a different ambiance and atmosphere for what my website and social media for the Body Pantry is going to look like, because one day we will be in stores like Target and Walmart, Sephora, Ulta, and I don't want to stand with the brand. I don't mind people knowing, of course, that I'm the CEO and I'm the creator and founder of it, but I want it to be able to stand on its own outside of Shanice.alisha, the YouTuber, Shanice.alisha, the content creator, Shanice.alisha who posts lifestyle content, and just anything it may have fell into the category of. And I know I'm thinking way far ahead in the future, but prior preparation prevents piss poor performance, okay? And unintentionally, I was sat down last year. God gave me an entire year to get myself back together, brainstorm, and just have a new vision for my business. And I took full advantage of that. And I said, well, it is officially time to revamp, rebrand, and relaunch. There was nothing wrong with anything. I feel like my business has done substantially well from the time I started doing it, just hobby-based. And I put it out there. You guys were like, yes, go for it. And then boom, it grew into such an amazing thing. I have such great customers, and I don't really experience much bad kickback. There may be a package or two that gets lost, which is out of our control and stuff like that, but customer service is number one on my priority list when it comes to it, and things have been going so well since I started, and it has just been smooth sailing, which I am grateful for and glad that God has allowed me to run such a successful business. But when it's time to move, it's just time to move. God gave me the idea. He gave me the means to invest in my business and do everything that I had to do to get this rebranding done. So we're doing it. We are just doing it. So I'm super excited to get back into the swing of things, so that in those moments, to bring our first conversation back into the circle. So when I have those moments where I'm not showing up here on camera as frequently, I'm making my income on the back end in my sleep, if you will, and the list goes on. So I know that things are going to begin to look up, and I won't have to be in this motion, because I'm really trying to scale back, okay, and live this soft life that God has so promised to me. And we just got to get things back underway, and I'm really hoping to, one, get a warehouse. That's a big goal for me. Not necessarily this year, but that is a long-term type of thing. And then two, start outsourcing, because while I enjoy creating my recipes and doing everything handmade and handcrafted here in my home, it's all with love, so on and so forth, baby, if I can source a great lab, great chemist, and just everything good to really be the labor and manpower behind my brand, absolutely. Because when Sim and I do decide, or when God, hello somebody, decides to grow and expand our family, I will need to be a little more hands off with things, just to balance out something completely new that will be happening in our lives. So yes, you guys, in terms of my mental, how I've been feeling, what's been going on behind the scenes with my brand and all of that, I hope that answers all of the questions that I got about it. So somebody asked, how do I balance between my friends, being an entrepreneur, my husband, just showing up for my family, so on and so forth? Y'all, it is not easy. Okay, I will be the first one to say everything may appear that way on camera, because you guys get an hour and 15 minutes to, maybe if I'm feeling generous, an hour and 45 minutes of a vlog every week or every other week. But there's so many hours in a week, and you guys don't get to see everything. So no, ain't nothing for show on the camera. What it is on the camera is what it is in real life. With discernment, of course, because everything ain't for the internet. But I will say it takes a lot of planning, okay? When you have to divide your time in so many different ways, it also takes a lot of patience and understanding, you learning people and their personalities, knowing what is going to work for this friend and what's not going to work for the other. And when I say that, even with family, when I say that, I mean some people need you to be more present and hands-on with them. Some you can love from a distance and they know ain't nothing wrong with Shanice, ain't nothing wrong with our friendship. We just don't have to talk every day, if that makes sense. So because I have known my family all my life, I have known my friends for 12, 13 years plus at this point, might even be knocking on 14, 15 with Raina and Tasha. But anywho, it's a lot easier for me now as we go through these different seasons, coming into parenthood, marriage, just adulthood in general. Things do change, but for the most part, we have a pretty solid regime and it's worked for us. Even with friends that I met later on post-college, it's really worked out. And I'm grateful to God for him surrounding me with people that are empathetic. They don't require too much. And when I am able to show up, I do in every capacity, and they understand when I can't. Because you can't pour from an empty cup. But yeah, just working on continuing to put my spouse first, prioritizing our time, our dates, everything being on the calendar so we're not confused as to what it is that we have going on in this household and then going outside of that. So being able to show up for my friends when they need me. And I know it may seem like I'm going and going and going and going, but that's really not the case. Things be so spaced out, and I'm grateful for being able to have them as spaced out. And a lot of my friends, we can all be in one setting together, and that knocks out a few birds with one stone. And then when it comes to my family, of course, you guys know, whenever they come up here or I go to Augusta, time is just dedicated to them. And once again, very understanding of the lifestyle I live, the things that I have engulfed myself with, and all of the other things. So just being very organized, calendar-based, and task-oriented helps out when it comes to dividing your time as much as I do. And also knowing when to sit down, put that phone on Do Not Disturb, and let everybody know that the social meter is down. Out of commission. Can't do it. Not today. I'm through. Catch me again next week. Catch me outside. See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? This brush don't even make sense. Blending out no dang on contour. So yes, you guys, that's in terms of just how I'm able to balance everything, being that I'm married and I have such a large but very diverse group of friends, family, so on and so forth. So somebody did ask me, how do I keep things? Oh, girl, stop creasing your eyes, Shanice. Just stop. Somebody asked me, how do I keep things spicy and spontaneous in our marriage? And you know, that's such a loaded question because everybody is different. The stage that you're in is different. So truthfully, I will have to answer by saying you just have to do what works for you and in your household and with your man. But I will say, keep the fun and spontaneity alive. Okay, like that song Still by Tamia, go listen to it. Go listen to it because that's what marriage is all about. Like, it's a job. It's a job. And if you love it and you cherish it and you value it, it's easy. It comes secondhand, second nature. So to spice things up, okay, if you're thinking about doing it, do it. Point blank period. Don't second guess it. You want to meet your man as he's opening up the garage, playing Juvenile, back that ass up, you know what I'm saying, in a moon with no panties on? Do it. Do it. Be spontaneous. Be fun. Relive the things that you used to once do 5 and 6 and 7 years ago, before the kids came, before the stressful jobs, before the family drama. Do all of that stuff. Take it back to the basics. Love each other in each other's love language. Don't be giving your husband words of affirmations if that's not his thing. If quality time is it, find a way to do quality time things. And that's not sitting on the couch, both of y'all looking at TikTok with y'all phones up loud until it's time to go to bed, and then revisiting the routine tomorrow. Now, sometimes it is the case because things can get very routine in a marriage, especially on a week-to-week basis and whatnot. Routine is good, but spontaneity is a little bit better. Have fun. Have fun. We're only going to be this age one time. We're only going to be in this marriage one time. We're only going to have this time to share together one time. Why not make the best of it? So that's the best thing that I could say without being too ridiculous as to really what I wanted to answer when I first came across that question. But that's just the real, you guys. I feel like what works best in your household will just work best for you. Like if you guys love to cook, ignite that little flame if it kind of dwindled a little bit. If you guys are more so for going out on the scene, take that Saturday to get back outside, enjoy life, stop making things so heavy. Communicate, okay? Communicate. Pull that old little lace up out the drawer. Surprise them a little bit. They like to be caught by surprise, boo. You know what I'm saying? While he taking his medicine, drop it to the floor a little bit and just glocka. Let me get back on task. But I will say, woo, to just keep things fun, exciting, and real. So if you can't have fun right now, you need to be real. Y'all need to be having conversations to get back to where y'all need to get back to. Have the conversation. Let the conversation go. Spontaneity. Boom. So I hope that answers that question, because I know it can be surface level, but everybody's situation is just so different, and I would hate to be the one to come on this internet trying to give you advice that is not going to work for you. It doesn't work for me, but it may not work for you, and then you're going to be somewhere mad at me. Hell. This was a good question. I meant to address this when I was just talking about like friends and being married, all of that. So someone said, meeting genuine married couples as friends in a new city, Atlanta. Of course, we've been here for 3 years. It's tough, but I will say, you're not going to meet nobody inside. So you got to go outside in order to meet new people, enjoy new things, and make friends, right? So going out to social settings where, you know, you just are just caught in the moment and you have to talk to other people. And I don't want to make everything like you gotta go out drinking and smoking to have fun. So even if you go to Sipping Paints and you indulge with other couples, Sim and I recently did the Sandbox VR situation, and it was actually really fun. And what's so crazy about it is we did it with complete strangers. We didn't know them, but naturally you have to talk to them because y'all are all on one team with one goal, which is defeating whatever it is and making it through the course. So I really enjoyed being able to get out of the house and do something like that. And had it been another couple in there, you know what I'm saying? You just crack a little joke, spark a little conversation like, hey, where you guys hitting next? You know, we're new to the city. We're trying to get outside a little bit more. Want to grab a bite to eat, or, you know, you guys come around here often, something. You just have to be comfortable with knowing that your goal is making friends and having a lot of discernment as to where to go and who to mix and mingle with, and then staying consistent. Because another question, let's go ahead and slide into that. A few of you guys did ask about making friends as adults. It's difficult, but if you know me and you've been following me for a while, you know I can't really relate. Sadly, I have made like 1 or 2 social media friends that I'm very close with now in real life, like Mish. You guys see me go to lunch with her often, and we just kicked it off. Oh, and then Bree. You guys know that relationship came from social media as adults, and we've just cultivated this great friendship, and it works for us. But friendships take a lot of work. Good Lord, they take so much work. It's like being in a relationship, and when it works and it can work well, but both of you guys have to meet each other halfway. And then if your friend can't meet you but 25% of the way, you got to do 75. I said it's like a relationship. So it can be really difficult. Ooh, child. Making and keeping adult friends, but it's possible. And you just, once again, have to put yourself in situations where you're going to meet, mix, and mingle with people that are like-minded, and you just get to learn people. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And you have to just be very open-minded about that. So I will say, pray to God about it. You know what I'm saying? Let him know your intentions, what you're looking for, and, you know, just ask him to put you in line with your goals and what you're hoping for in terms of meeting these new people and friends and stuff. And just watch how the magic happens. Like, God will definitely keep his promise. And if you need friends and if he knows you're ready to embark on friendship journeys and stuff like that, he's gonna make it happen. So I hope that answers the question. And I wish I could give more experience on that, but y'all know a lot of my friendships I've had for years, and you guys have seen the result of how being in college and coming out with those friends just is like family, so to speak. So when it comes to myself and Bree, myself and Mish, we don't talk every day at all. On social media, maybe, but not like that. So I wouldn't know like their deepest, darkest secrets or their triggers or things that are very personal to them, because when we get together, we touch on things, but we're just so caught up in the now. Like, I don't know your childhood trauma, but with Ashley, I do. So it's just something that you learn over the years. I'm pretty sure eventually we may start revealing and opening up more to each other, but it just all comes with the territory of learning a new person and being comfortable and opening up, because people that you've known for 13 to 15 years may not even be as close to you as the people that you have met in the last 2 years. And that's a statement. That is a statement. So it's possible. It's possible. If you're willing to do it, adult friendships can and will work out. Okay, so because this chit chat is so old, a lot of people were asking about upcoming goals. What do I see for myself in terms of this new year? What did I look forward to going into the new year? We've already talked a great deal about that when I uploaded the first weekly vlog of the year when we sat down and did my vision board. So I really won't touch too heavy on that because you guys have pretty much heard it all. If not, please go back and watch. And then I just updated y'all on the body pantry. So that's the newest little 1-2 in terms of business and goals that I have set for this year. So let's see, because we moving through this makeup. Okay, your girl be multitasking. Get with it, get with it. But I just want to make sure that I'm kind of covering a lot of the questions that I see. How is marriage? Okay, like I said, a lot of marriage questions, and I didn't really touch on how it was. So I guess I can open up and chat with you guys a little bit about that. Marriage is good, but don't confuse good with perfect, because anybody can get up on the internet and say anything. You guys don't see the day in and day out of things here with our marriage, and frankly, it's none of y'all's business. And once you put it out there, it's out there, and once you put it out there, you also warrant a lot of unnecessary opinions. So I won't tell y'all that y'all see everything when it comes to marriage with Sim and I, but how we get on and carry on in this household as a team and the things that we do on camera is pretty similar to just how we are in real life. It does have its challenges being an adult in general, because I cannot believe we're the new adults. We're the most unserious generation of all times. We have seen it all. We're going down in the history books with this damn pandemic and just everything that we're dealing with. Like, we have shaped the narrative for life. Like, we've seen it all. Floppy disk, you know what I'm saying? CDs, physical media, which they just took out of Best Buy. Like, wow. We carried the torch, millennials. But anyway, y'all didn't ask me for that. I really cannot believe that we are the new adults and life is hard. I understand why my parents didn't have McDonald's money. It's just me and Sim. I can only imagine if we had a little crumb snatcher attached to our ankles while we trying to figure this out, because I be done walked in this house and looked at the child and said, I need a minute. Because sometimes dudes get that treatment. You know what I'm saying? So I will say that we have been together for such a long time now. 10 years as of last year, us knowing each other. Okay, very good, very good. You know what I'm saying? Almost 3 years married. So we have gone through those patches that you had to go through when you first start living with people, when you first start sharing finances with people, when you have to get accustomed to somebody else's moods and what triggers them and all of the things. And luckily for us, a lot of that came while we were still in the dating phase. I look crazy as hell. Please trust the process. You guys have already seen how I look after this, but oh girl, wrong way. Jesus, be looking about crazy on this camera. Let me try to clean this up so I can talk to y'all and y'all can take me serious. But a lot of that came while we were dating. So I feel like it set us up for a great foundation without a lot of strife coming into the marriage. Not to say that we still don't bump heads or have to agree to disagree, have off days, and just woo. If you know a Virgo, you love a Virgo. If you know a Virgo, you hate a Virgo. It's either one or the other. So imagine me. When you say your prayers tonight, keep me in mind. Keep me in mind, sis, because Virgo, man, if you know, you know. And then me being a Virgo myself, just woo, child. So yeah, I will say that it can be very trying. And some days are better than others. Some weeks are better than others. There's still expectations and things that you have to hold in your marriage. But when they say equally yoked, hear me. Hear me, that is a big thing, and I could just only imagine how bad we would bump heads if we weren't equally yoked. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you know, you need to see about that word. But anyway, so yeah, you guys, it's good. And once again, it takes a lot of work, and both of you guys have to want to put the same effort forth, and you have to be empathetic and understanding that sometimes your spouse may not be able to do so. So you may have to pick up the slack. I didn't work for a few months last year, and then I turned around and I didn't run my business at all last year, and then I turned around after Vlogmas and didn't work. How y'all think this house still standing? Okay, you know what I'm saying? I make the house a home, I decorate, I make it homey, I feed your belly, I do all the things. You going out in the field every day, you working and you providing. Balance. And there was a time when the roles were reversed. Girl, can y'all hear that train? Just scared the hell out of me. I thought it was coming down the road. It's so loud. Another story for another day, because don't live by train tracks. But yeah, there was a time where the roles were reversed, and you know what I'm saying, in and out of jobs, things just not going well. That hit us early on in the marriage, and then like when you experience death and just new things change in marriage, and you just have to be willing to move with the times, willing to move with that change, because if you're not, you're stuck in your ways, you create strife, and it just doesn't work. It just really doesn't work, and then you have to start all over. But communication is a big deal when it comes to a successful marriage and compromise. So that's what I'll say about how marriage is, life right now, being married, and all the things. I hope that answers your question. I am completely open to convincing Sim to sit down and maybe us doing like a Q&A with you guys. If y'all have more marriage questions, we can get spicy, we can keep it cute, whatever. I don't mind. I'm open to it, but I just got to see how open he is to it, because I'm still working on getting Sim behind the camera to cook some more for you guys. But he's just over the having to stop, move the camera, you got to explain this, do this in detail. He really likes to have free range in the kitchen, and filming it becomes an entire task. So yeah, if anybody was wondering about cooking with the Springers, let us say a prayer. Y'all bully Sim down below in the comments. Tell him, because he be watching too. Tell him that y'all need the Cooking with the Springers series back. So anyway, let's move right on along. I hope this is easy to follow and I'm not just in here chatting, because if I hate the footage, baby, let me tell you one thing about me. I scrap it all. I will scrap it all, because I did film a chit chat earlier in January. I was rambling, girl. I was missing an earring. My hair, the flyaways were going crazy. And I said, oh no, we cannot get back on the channel like this. Crazy work. Travel plans for 2024. We have a few in motion. We are the boys in motion. We are going somewhere for our birthday, going somewhere for Twyla's birthday. Okay, let me go in order of how the year is set up. Twyla first. We are taking Kai to Twyla's family reunion. Me and Ashley invited ourselves. Okay, very good. So we're going somewhere in July. I have the Costa Rica trip in July as well. Ooh, busy month, busy month. We're going somewhere for our birthday in August. Said that already. And then I'm up in the air about our anniversary. Good thing about it this year is that we have some space between our anniversary and Friendsgiving and then Vlogmas, but I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. I'm in the vibes to just scrub the ground with that passport, because she stayed up in the lockbox a little too long last year. Where else? Hello, 10-year anniversary with my line sisters or whatever. We're going somewhere in October. We also got homecoming in October. And yeah, those are all of the travel things that we have already set in stone. But where, you guys of course will be surprised, because I just love throwing the surprise factor on y'all, and I just cannot wait to get back into the travel bag. I told y'all already in one of the weekly vlogs that I dropped the ball ridiculously for the Black Love trip, relaunching that. And then of course Queen is pregnant and London is pregnant, so we kind of gotta wait a little bit so that they can get acclimated to motherhood, parenthood of course, and we will probably roll that back out next year for the Valentine's Day time, because I really wanted to maybe try it again in November, December, but their babies will be super young. So just gonna kind of regroup and plan for next year in terms of the Black Love trip. It's gonna be a few more couples than what you guys have been able to see on the last two cabin situations that we have done. But a lot of these couples you guys have seen at Friendsgiving and just at the house in general. So yeah, that is pretty much it in terms of travel plans and everything going on this year. Girl, this camera battery is done. And luckily I got the other one over there charged up. Prior preparation. I'm not playing with you hoes this year. Okay, hold on. Let me change this out while I'm talking shit. I look a fool. On some real shit now. Let me stop cussing, because y'all know I've been trying to quack out all of my cuss words because but I'm about to be 32 this year. I cannot believe we are the new adults. This is crazy work. This is crazy. Like, wow. Okay, we can't wait to see our sis in brand trips and events, speaking it into existence. Yes, and then somebody else also asked about making content creator friends and doing collaborations and whatnot. So I'll talk about that all in one. Yes. When I say I cannot wait to see myself on these brand trips and just being able to experience other creators in different spaces, because we're co-workers, you know, and it's just amazing to see how when we all get together, because I've been to a few, how great the energy is, and just being able to meet a few of my faves in person, so on and so forth, is something that I really and truly look forward to. I love having internet besties, okay? Like a few of the people that I've been watching for years, we be talking in the DMs, you know what I'm saying? Like, we are friends in real life. That's what it feels like. But I do look forward to being able to just being in those settings, being hosted by brands, and just seeing the fruits of my labor all come together, because I want to be in those spaces and just being able to enjoy all of what comes with when it comes to this job in general. So I can't wait to do more and more it will also help with me just growing here on this platform or any other platforms, being in the midst of others who we all do a lot of the same things and we're like-minded, and we can follow and support each other in those ways. So I'm claiming it. I have a few partnerships coming up with some big brands. I can't wait to go live. Speaking of, I need to submit that content while I'm over here squealing about going live, girl. Not until it's approved. So there's that. Somebody asked, what is having a dog like? Girl, who got a dog? I have a child, okay? He is 2.5. He's big, okay? And he's my baby. I don't know what dog you speak of, but girl, on some real shit, having a dog is just like having a child. And it's so crazy how dogs have like a personality of their own. I'm about to really do some crazy mess trying to talk and do this eyeliner. Give me 2 seconds. Cause girl, I'm advanced, but am I fine like that? But yeah, Deuce is a character. Shanice, stop talking. Do this eyeliner here, girl. We ain't doing too much because I'm honestly doing my makeup so I could go film some reels. So, that ain't that deep today. Okay, perfect. So having a dog is like having a child. Plain and simple. Like, they have personalities of their own. They're full-fledged characters, and what am I looking for? You have to take care of them to an extent, but they're really self-sufficient and they take care of themselves once they're trained before they get too old to remember their training. So Deuce is fun. He keeps me active. He is an emotional support partner because he knows like when my mood is off, when I'm not feeling the greatest, if I'm having a breakdown, he'll come and he'll shove his head somewhere just so I can kind of like lay on him and just rub him and whatnot to feel a little bit better. So I really enjoy having a companion here in the house with me, especially when Sim is at work, because working from home can be mentally taxing. Not no can be, it is mentally taxing. And if you're the type of person who isn't trying to be outside spending money ridiculously every day, because every time you walk out the door, 200 on occasion, period. So it's no way to not spend money when you go out unless you're window shopping or making returns and you're getting a little coin back, okay, and using it again. Girl math. All right, let me see. Okay, let's go ahead and start wrapping this up because I already know it's getting a little long-winded. My makeup is done. I got my elbows on the thing reading these questions like we got all day here. I really wish I could play a little music in the background, you know what I'm saying, without being copyrighted, and just talk to y'all like we on live. But don't get no ideas because I'd be in here on this camera forever. Okay, Deuce. Y'all probably can't hear him because I got this mic in. Deuce. And he is going to town because I done knocked up on this desk like I did. Y'all know y'all asked me 1,000 times about Baby Springer and all these kids. I'm talking about that in a second. I don't feel like talking about that right now, not while I'm playing with this mascara. Let's see, what was the question? Okay, it was in the realm of how do you stay motivated? Oh, and somebody did ask, how do I cope when things don't go my way? Or, my shirt all slouchy, when I'm dealing with disappointment. So, in the line of work that I do, motivation for me, and this may sound cliche, but hear me out, is simply staying consistent. Because when you're consistent, you see a lot more of the reward than when you're inconsistent and you're trying to find that motivation and just inspiration to keep going. So I'm motivated when I'm consistent because when I'm consistent, I'm seeing results. So that motivates me to keep going because I've done this good so far. When I go further, what more can come from it? What better is going to come? So if that makes sense, I hope it does. And I hope that that answers your question. So how do I deal with disappointment when things don't go my way? I pray. Pray when I'm happy, pray when I'm sad, pray when I'm glad, pray when I'm mad. I pray. I do nothing without God. You know what I'm saying? Every decision that I make, every emotion that I feel, anything that I'm walking into, words that I need to grasp from the air, discernment that I may need to pull out of my back pocket when I need it most. I rely on God. So disappointment can be very taxing on your mental, especially like if you put a lot of work into something and you're not seeing the result or things aren't going your way. It's a lot. And I just look to God for those answers. Like, Lord, reveal to me what it is that I need to see in this time of not getting my way. You know, simple things like that. And a lot of journaling, self-evaluation and reflection, just things to kind of help me realign, recenter, refocus, and get back right. So disappointment comes with everything in life that we do, and it's just not how we go through things, it's how we get up and recover from them, if that makes sense. So okay, I had to look at that viewfinder because baby, bring the color back to the face. It's looking a little ashy. But yeah, I'll say that about that, and I hope that answers your question. How much time do I have on this? Okay, good. Favorite perfumes. Would you guys like me to sit down and do a perfume haul? Because I'm not sure if you see, hold on. I'm not sure if you see the perfume collection over there, but it's been building. It's been building. It's been building. Your girl has really been getting into it. To it. No, but I really, All right, boo-bootiful. All right. Relax on the color. Girl, this is actually eyeshadow. But, what was I finna say? We can do a perfume sit down, chit chat, haul. Let me know what y'all are feeling because I need content ideas and I enjoy that. So somebody said, I always hear you say you're Caribbean and from Brooklyn. I want to know more about that. What you want to know, boo? What you want to know? Like, y'all want me to sit down and do a story time about my life? That gets loaded. I don't think y'all are ready, but yeah, we are the first generation born here in the States in terms of myself and my 2 older cousins. We're the first because they were born in, 89 or whatever. My mom, my dad, my grandparents, my great-grands, everybody is from the islands. Like, my entire family is from the islands. And my mom moved here when she was 8. I'm not sure what age my dad moved here. And girl, if I had to tell y'all about my life, I'll be shaking the table. Y'all ain't ready for the real tea. But yeah, I'm not sure what age my dad moved here, but everybody's from the islands. Like, they moved to New York. I don't know if that was the trend or the thing. Why New York? I could probably look back in the history books. I don't need y'all to tell me. Please don't tell me. Please. I was just kidding. Please don't tell me. But yeah, I have like my great uncle, he moved out to California. And then also I have family that moved from New York to Louisiana, some in Florida, and us here in Georgia. So yeah, tell me what you want to know, sis, so I can more so assess, because sitting down and doing a whole chit chat on the life of Shanice.alisha, baby, look, y'all would probably think I was a military child, because one thing Cheryl did was move us the fuck around. That's what she did. But I love that for us because we're so well rounded and just versed in life. Okay, so let's see. Another thing that keeps me motivated is just how y'all support me. Like, some of the messages, random sidebar brain dump, that I get from you guys when y'all are saying how I helped you get through a really hard time, or you were experiencing a breakup, a death, and just like, I don't know, things that happen in real life, and you're able to find comfort in watching my videos and just seeing how life is with the friends and family that I keep around me, my marriage, so on and so forth. That gives me the motivation to get up every single day and do what I do, because sometimes it's hard to turn this camera on and make this money. I'm not being a different person, but sometimes my energy and my vibe is just low, and I don't want to come on camera and give y'all blah, because blah is not entertaining. And essentially, I'm here, I'm a content creator, but I'm an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't watch me just because y'all need to be in somebody else's life. This is reality TV in real life. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't compare me to reality TV, but you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So yeah. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything else? Oh, I guess I can talk to y'all about this damn baby, cause y'all finna work my nerves. Ooh, y'all finna work my nerves. Do you ever second guess quitting the lab job? Real quick, sidebar. No, I don't regret anything. You know why? Because I feel like everything happens for a reason when it's supposed to happen. Y'all keep that answer in mind for when we get to talk about this baby. But it was such a calculated decision, and I feel like God brought me to it. He aligned everything the way that he did, so I was able to walk away scotch-free, no regrets, no like second guessing, and just do it. I was very much so prepared for the plan that I had set in motion, and of course I had my support system in Sim to fall back on in the times where I felt a little weary and my vision was a little blurred, and I had to pick that mustard seed back up and put it in my pocket. But knowing what I know now, I probably could have done one or two things a little differently, but it's just like, I don't know, it was time. It was just time. I felt it in my heart. It was something that I had thought about for a while. I put so much hard work into a lot of the travel vlogs that I posted and just the content that I was pushing out to you guys, and launching EXO at the time that I launched it. I was ready. I was ready. Like, it was do or die, fight or flight. Get it done. And I like to live in, I learned a very valuable lesson versus I regret doing something. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about gaining that knowledge and that wisdom, and having regrets just, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth having the, why didn't I? It's more so like, wow, I learned a lot and I'll never do that again. I'll never go back to it again. Now, do I miss the consistent bi-weekly, you know what you're getting paid every single time situation? Absolutely. But when I asked God to equip me with the things I needed along this journey, money management was one of them. Being able to also have a spouse that is very understanding, flexible, and he has the means, if need be, to carry. That's all I needed. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it wasn't the luck of the draw that everything worked out, or that I don't have any regrets, but it's just more so of when life gives you lemons, what we doing? What we doing? Is the cup half empty or half full? What we doing? What we doing? Barbecue or mildew? Which one? Which one are we choosing? So if that answers your question, hopefully you understand what I'm saying. Married in your 30s or your 20s, girl, because we ain't doing no makeup no more. We sitting in here chatting. Get the makeup out, Shanice. What we doing? I would definitely say I married when I was 29, and it was the perfect time because my little MASH board back in middle school, was it elementary or middle school? Whichever. It told me that I was supposed to be 23, married in a mansion with 6 kids. Excuse me? Say what? How? I was? Shit. Okay, shit. Who was ready for that? So I feel like your 20s is really your time to explore it all. Don't let nobody rush you into anything. Hear that again for this baby conversation that we about to have. Don't let nobody rush you into anything. Move with intention. Take your time. Live your life. Have fun. Travel the world. See it all. Even if you're doing it with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, enjoy. Enjoy. There's so much pressure that comes from everything else we do. Work, school, kids, family. Why put pressure on yourself to be 10 years ahead of your time? Enjoy. So being married, girl, because I don't feel like getting up and getting no makeup white. This is not a hack. This is just me being lazy. But I need to get this gloss and extra product off my lip. But being married, anything before 29 going into 30, 0 out of 10, I do not recommend. I had a ball, baby. When I have kids, just now, even looking at life, I can say that I have lived, I have no regrets. Some of the things that we did, thank God Swalla had that child, and we've been sat down because we were going for the gusto. Jesus have mercy, we were going for the gusto. We have had such a good time in life. Oh my God. We are the definition of, boy, we had a time last night as friends. So I would say in life, take your time. So marry in your 30s. Marry in your 30s. And don't worry about them kids, because Janet Jackson had a baby at 50. We ain't got Janet money just yet, but it's possible. I'm possible. It's possible. Now that you have 2 godchildren, what do you look forward to most? Them being able to get to really walking and talking and seeing more of their little personalities come out. Them being able to be friends, and us going to like the zoo, the aquarium, on trips, Disney World. We were just talking about that when we went to the balloon museum. These lips are... Girl, they need something on them while you wiping them off. But yeah, we were just talking about like being able to take them to more stuff, family oriented, and just having a good time. So that's what I really look forward to. Honestly, there's not really much that I can say, but I look forward to them being babysitters for my kids. For sure. For sure. Are you currently using your degree, Shanice? Please. With the questions. We supposed to be wrapping this up. Yes, I am. I have a bachelor's of science in chemistry from Fort Valley State University, and I use that every week, because I don't use it every day, but I will say that I use that every week when it comes to handling my products, balancing equations, and figuring numbers out in terms of like net weight and ounces and all of that stuff when I'm dealing with my business. So yes, and I use the skill set that I learned while I was in undergrad to do everything that you guys see me do on a daily basis. Okay, only the best come from the best. Okay. And what, girl, I don't even want to talk about that. I actually answered a good chunk of questions in private DMs, and they were all questions about when is baby Springer coming, when y'all gonna have some kids, what all that other shit, when my little cousin coming, Look at God cutting off the camera, but we back. Okay, we back. He said, slow your roll, hot fry. Do not say that. But anyway, so I really had to kind of just ask people on a personal tip. If you were in my shoes and someone asks you that type of question, what would your response be? Girl, do y'all know the amount of apologies I got? And the amount of like, please don't block me, I did not mean to offend you, I got? Because when you put things in perspective and you're asked the same question that you're asking somebody else, you kind of think about it a little bit differently. And I think a lot of times we speak before we think. Let me not include myself in that number, because I always think before I open up my mouth, especially to someone who I may feel like I know, but is still a complete stranger to me. And I don't know anything about what they may have going on, and I'm just projecting, maybe we should say, onto them, and I'm asking them things that they may be uncomfortable with just saying. Like, some of y'all just don't think about it. And all the people that I wrote that to, nobody was able to clap back and really say nothing nasty, because when you think about it, it's just like, yeah, touche, you got it. Because I don't know what I would answer and say, and I have that proof in my inbox. A lot of people said they don't know what they would even say. Don't worry about it. Don't answer that question, Shanice. My bad. It's like, I don't know why this topic had to become so taboo for me, but I just really feel like a lot of y'all got way too entitled after our wedding. And while it was so fun to plainly say, like, you know, can't wait to da 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 da, it's like, okay, bro, like, what you think going on in here? What you think going on in here? You know what's going on. We married. You know what's going on. How about you replace that pressure with some prayer? How about you take some time out of typing, when is our baby so-and-so coming, to say, you know what, God, hold on, let me bow my head and say a quick one for my girl, because I don't know what she's going through. I'm not sure if they're trying, if they have a plan, if they are going to wait, whatever the case may be, if they even want kids. But let me just drop and say this prayer really quick to help them along their journey if need be. Some of y'all don't say anything encouraging or helpful. You just are pressuring people that you don't know. Is you finna babysit? You better be the first one on the virtual Amazon registry picking something out for the baby, since you so invested. Because I'm just so confused as to why you have to and want to know. How am I supposed to tell you when our baby is coming? Ooh, stomach growling. Brief intermission. Fill it up with some water. God said, back up, Shanice, because you get nasty. It's none of y'all's business. When we do conceive, and even 8 months down the line, I'm just kidding. When we do conceive and we feel comfortable to open up and tell you guys about that, we will. And I know the internet is filled with people that just want to have a tell-all book in moment, but that is not I. That is not the type of content that I create. And if you guys are looking for that, it's not here. So when I get on live and when I just be randomly putting up my matcha and stuff like that, asking about a kid is crazy while I got the bottle being waterfalled into my mouth. It's crazy work. It really is crazy work. Let me get these lashes. I'm gonna get off my soapbox, but I'm really cool as hell. I am. Like, I love the job that I do and stuff like that. But if anybody asks me what I hate the most, I would just have to say the entitlement of the people that support and just admire you the most. Because you guys, and I'm not gonna say everyone, but a lot of y'all just feel like that information is owed to you. And just like everybody else in life, coworkers, strangers that you meet out in the streets, I don't owe you a goddamn thing. Nobody does. So we don't have to discuss that. And if you just wait a hot damn minute, you know what I'm saying, cool your horses a little bit, you will enjoy the element of surprise and just everything that I have in mind for when it finally happens, but not a minute sooner, point blank, period. So the TTC journey and all of that, you guys will get to see. Are you dumb? This is my life. Like, I put about 15% of it on the internet, and that's generous because you guys don't even know the half, but I put out what I am comfortable with putting out here on the internet, and you guys get to see a good bit of it. Do y'all think I would be able to hide a child? A belly, yes. But a child from you doing this job? No. So eventually I'm gonna have to tell y'all something. I don't have to, but eventually you guys will see something when we hit that stage of life. But appreciate me as the content creator that I am, as the wife that I am, as the boss that I am, as the friend, daughter, and just everything that I am. Appreciate where I am in life and stop trying to project what you think should be the time for me to have kids and the stage that I'm in. Yeah, stop trying to project on other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if I had to get nasty and say, just because you had a baby as soon as you got married and you try to make that happen to me, then I'd be nasty. If I said what really came to my mind when I get these questions, everybody call me nasty. I would be nasty. I would be nasty. And I could get nasty. I could get nasty. But I know that a lot of people are, girl, fix yourself up, genuinely excited and happy. Ooh. Girl, I know that a lot of people really mean well and stuff, but what's crazy is it actually be a lot of older people that be asking me that question. Maybe that's not crazy, maybe that's expected. But yeah, I don't have like 14 and 15-year-old followers and subscribers and things. I have 45 and 63-year-olds in my DMs asking me this foolishness, and you out of all people know better. So in my closing statement, I will say, and I'll let the jury, you know, kind of reconvene and come back with the verdict. Yeah, I hate to make this conversation a daunting one, because y'all be really wanting to suck the fun out of everything. Y'all really and truthfully do. Yeah, I have chosen to address this. I have chosen to talk about this. I don't need nobody telling me like, so you don't even have to tell them. You ain't even got to tell them. So if you was typing it, backspace, backspace, backspace. I do what I want to do. So I decided, out of another chit chat at the top of the year, let's start this year off strong so I can always direct people back to this video and this chapter of me talking about the chair if they get to talking crazy on a vlog or anywhere else. But it is what it is. I said what I said, and we're not gonna keep talking about this every time I get on live, like I said, with my friends, and we doing something completely unrelated, and y'all hollering out when the baby coming. The hell wrong with y'all? Because I wonder if you see like a married couple in Walmart and you be like, y'all have kids? When you gonna have them? You would never do that to a person in real life. Come on. All right. We done. Ow. Hey, those things water when they're beat up like that. Can we get into the face, honey? Please, because she's giving. I do the same makeup every single time. I stick to the script. Ooh. Okay, so I've been on this trend of wand curling my hair because I love how the wand get these curls where they need to be. Come on, honeybee. Y'all should have shopped when my girl was in business. Let me go ahead and comb out my curls, style my hair, if you will, and I will be back. I never drank this water. Oh, I'm not even gonna do the most. I'm not going to do the most, but you guys see the material? Okay, I don't pop my shit like I should, but baby, look, I did all of that. Let me get downstairs so I can film these reels. But anywho, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out with the kid. I'm not even sure how long this video is, but I really enjoy sitting down, catching up, and just chatting with you guys. So if y'all enjoyed today's video, you already know the drill. Please be sure to give it a thumbs up, spam the comment section down below, hit that red subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and tap the bell so you don't miss notifications every time I upload. I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace, guys.